Well, I'm meteorologist Vin Crosby from the Weather Show with Vin Crosby here on YouTube. And it's been a little while, hasn't it? I've been going through some personal issues, and so had to get those resolved before I started getting back into the flow of things. But good to have you back. Glad you're sticking around and still watching the videos. And encourage you to subscribe if you haven't been, and tell your friends and family the whole 9 yards. It would help me out a great deal. This is one of my favorite spots in the Treasure Valley. It's in a very congested area, but one of the nice, serene places to come, even with the cars and the traffic going on by. I'm over at the Eagle Road and McMillan Road at McDevitt Pond, and a lot of activity happens here. First of all, let's talk a little bit of weather, because I have some great stories to share with you coming up on fishing. And then, do you look over my shoulder there? Do you see my friend sitting there? That's the heron. That heron's been causing some havoc here at the pond today, and we're going to show you some video of that. Also, a spectacular shot of an osprey eagle coming to town and really making some problems, if you will, some fishing problems for a family a few weeks ago. I still have that video to share with you. But let's talk a little weather, because I know a lot of you tune in for that. Beautiful day today. Temperatures getting into the low to mid 80s across much of the Treasure Valley, and with light winds. It's a lot of sunshine, a lot of the trees budding, of course, the pollen count going through the roof. I've heard more and more complaints of pollen and all the crud that's in the atmosphere. Hang in there, folks. I do work over at Best Buy. I do sell Dyson air purifiers. I'm a Dyson specialist, and they are working great. So we'll talk about that too, maybe in the weeks to come. But first things first, weather. Beautiful today, but there is a system coming for this weekend. Now, I know a lot of folks maybe are planning or having some graduation parties this weekend. Friday night into Saturday morning looks to be the culprit down here in the Treasure Valley, but the mountains will start to see things happen a little sooner. Looks like a system will move on in, some cooler air, but there's enough instability, I think, and with the temperatures warmer, that we will see some thunderstorms scattered about eastern Oregon and the Gem State, mainly the west central mountains region, north of the Treasure Valley, Friday afternoon, Friday evening. And then as the front moves on through, along that front, scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible. I do see that a big push of cool air will move through overnight Friday night into Saturday morning, bringing scattered areas of rain. Should clear out quickly and then cloud up quickly as well. Because of the colder air aloft, we'll get the front and the system to push the clouds out and the rain showers, and then the sunshine will really increase the cloud cover due to the rapid destabilization of the atmosphere, if you will, with the cold air aloft and the semi-cooler air down here at the surface. So that's what we got to deal with. After that, things look improving. A slow-moving system will kick to our east here in southwest Idaho, but we'll stay dry. And it looks like dry right on into next week, possibly not until the Thursday of next week that we'll have a chance of maybe some showers coming our way. Mother's Day, of course, this weekend, it looks really good. There could be a few sprinkles around in some areas, but for the most part, it does look dry for moms on Mother's Day, but cool temperatures. And you can see the long-range forecast now scrolling down below. I've been contacted and asked if I would give forecast details out, and so that's what I'm going to do. All right, let's talk about some fishing videos and some real spectacular stuff. So the first one I want to show you is I was standing here a day fishing, and they did a great job of stocking these ponds, the fishing game, best fishing game in the whole country, Idaho fishing game. And the fish here, they're very friendly. I mean, they bite, and it's a great place to bring families. But this family, as you can see here fishing, I talked to them earlier, and they said, hey, an osprey eagle came down and took the fish right off my line. I said, are you kidding me? And they said, yeah, he's sitting right up there on top of the telephone pole. And sure enough, it circles, and of course their eyes are so incredible. So he was keeping his eye on the fisherman, and the fisherman was keeping his eye on the osprey. And as the two met and the osprey came around, the fisherman will throw the fish into the water. That was a pretty cool thing to see. And if you ever want to have your kids see that stuff every day, I swear, in the summer, 5 p.m., they come on in here and they're looking for fish. And if you happen to see one, go in and grab one. It's pretty cool. Over there, you see him over there? That's the blue heron. So I got here and I was eating my lunch, and there was a gentleman fishing, and he was catching some fish, and the osprey was sitting right aside of him, just watching him. And so you put the fish on the stringer, and then the not the osprey, the heron, would come over and pick at his stringer. Yep, try to get the fish right off the stringer. No fear in some of these blue herons as they search for food. And eventually the heron flew off across the pond to another spot, and you can see he's just waiting to pounce on any fish that come by his way. And I just love this place. And so my last fishing story, this was a good one. McDevitt Pond, and of course behind the village is Kleiner Pond, and they stock it very well. So I was out there fishing, and guess what? Fish weren't biting. Some people were catching fish until the greatest trout hatchery in the world pulled up, the Nampa Trout Hatchery, with their truck right at my feet. You can't make this up. And started dumping the trout right in front of me. And they hit the water and scattered about. And boy, it was a great sight to see. However, you know, when fish get put in the water first, they hardly bite. So I got skunked that day. But a lot of fish in the waters now that the river waters are high, the ponds, they're the place to be at. To catch some good fish here in the Treasure Valley. So that's my fishing report for today, if there is such a thing. I'm just staring at some of these gorgeous cirrus clouds, mare's tails, sometimes they're called, ice crystals up around 30,000 feet. A spectacular day in the Treasure Valley, which I am going to go continue to enjoy. So again, the forecast down below. Please check out our sponsors. They have been fantastic during this whole ordeal. And I really, really appreciate them. And if you want to be a sponsor, just contact me at theweathershow1@gmail.com. My meteorologist, Vin Crosby, thank you for tuning in. Oh, beautiful day. Let's hope the fish continue to bite.